Nachoers. Happy to be here. I'm Dr. Paul, Dr. Nacho, and joining us today is Vivek Kinra. I've had the pleasure of getting to know Vivek in person. Awesome guy. His family is awesome. His wife is even more awesome than him. And he is here to talk with us about how to increase your insurance reimbursement. What he has uncovered is a great way to help dentists, and I'm going to let him tell us a little about it. So thanks for being with us, Vivek, and tell us a little bit about what you do.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people just on the Facebook world, et cetera, kind of know me that, I kind of joined my wife's practice about maybe 2 years ago. By degree and training, I was a computer engineer. I was a nerd writing software for navigation systems, et cetera. And here I found myself essentially running a dental office. One of the things I realized is that the reimbursements coming back from insurance are just all over the place, right? And so I just started calling a lot of insurance companies and started kind of putting the pieces of the puzzle together. And I realized that it's not as simple. The whole world of insurance is super complex. It's like this big tangled web that exists. And if you can untangle it, you can get astronomical reimbursements, right?
Well, I applaud you for doing that, Vic, but why didn't you just ask your wife to tell you what she learned in dental school about insurance?
I will say this, obviously that's not the focus, et cetera, but I will tell you this. I was at a Dental Success Summit where you were speaking, and funnily enough, I had a lot of dental students that came up to me. And I'm glad, because I had this group of dental students who were like in the 30 or something like that, right? And they were kind of picking my brain on insurances. And there's one thing I was telling them: don't let anybody credential you. Once you graduate, you don't sign on anything about credentialing until you talk to me. And they were just super eager about it. So I'm glad that they're thinking about this from an insurance and business standpoint already. Obviously 10, 15 years ago, you probably, whenever you graduated, et cetera, right? I don't think that was a conversation that was ever happening.
I mean, that's great value you're sharing with them, and you're doing them a real Nacho solid, because you're making them aware before they get out. I mean, 15 years ago, I'm a medium-aged dentist at 41, and it just was not nearly as complicated back then. I know it was still complex, but so tell us a little bit about what PPO Profits does. Let's say I have a startup office. Tell me what you do for startup offices.
Yeah, so I mean, in short words, negotiation and credentialing, right? And they go hand in hand together, right? Because you can get the best fees and you can screw up credentialing, right? So I kind of do the whole thing. So right about 4 or 5 months before you're about to open your doors, right? You contact me and say, I'm looking to join these PPO insurances, right? And so then I start negotiating with a whole different insurance companies, right? Find out the best possible fees and find out the best possible way to credential them. So ultimately their claims are getting paid at the high fee schedules. And I'll kind of explain, there's a lot of, detail to it, but at the end of the day, after negotiating and after credentialing properly, the idea is that they're getting the best possible fees that they could have gotten. And I'm going to say one thing right now that you may not believe me, because I think you and I have had this conversation before, right? Fresh graduates with a startup office get way higher fees than a dentist working for 25 years.
Wow, I know you do this, and that's sort of mind blowing to me. You wouldn't think that would be the case, and what you're doing for startup offices is amazing. Tell us now, let's say you're like me, got 2 existing offices or an existing office. How do you work with existing offices?
Not too differently, right? The only thing is the process now is longer, because it's not just negotiating and credentialing. It's essentially undoing a lot of things that were already done. And every step that you take with insurance is a 60 to 90-day process, unfortunately. Yeah. I mean, they're not in 2019 yet. I still think there's somebody that, dials a rotary phone and calls someone and like, hey, this is new insurance, et cetera, right? So it's the same kind of setup, just much harder, because I am yet to see, I'm negotiating for dozens and dozens of dentists, right? I'm yet to see a dentist right now where they were credentialed properly. So generally it's a mess. And so a lot of it is a strategic unwinding of all the things that were done, and then trying to get to a fresh slate and do it again. So the process, instead of 4 or 5 months, just becomes 8 to 12 months. The end result still is that.
What's powerful though is you're affecting these practices and these dentists for their whole career. Now I'm a dentist, so I'm thinking, how dentists think, what is this going to cost me? And, just to share, I'm proud to be, affiliate with you and work together with you. And, I know if I can get you some dentists to sign up, you will help by compensating me to buy more of my favorite thing, which is wine. So this looks like one glass, right? I do one glass a day. I'm just joking, but you're an affiliate of Dental Nachos, which is awesome. And what is it going to cost the dentist if say, hey, they want to invest in your services? Tell us a little bit about that.
So startup is 4,200, right? And existing practices is 5,400, right? So it's the extra cost is paying for the sins that you've made already by credentialing yourself.
Because you're saying basically the existing practices require more work on your end. And how about this? I'll give you a good example, Vivek, and you're doing it right. When your wonderful, awesome wife does a crown of number 20, she bills the same as number 2, even though they're much different levels of work. So you're kind of getting it right by setting your fees based on the complexity of it. I commend you on that.
The existing offices is tooth number 8, right? Implant crown.
Yeah.
The rest of the teeth are right, and the existing and the startups are like simple molar that nobody's ever going to look at. So
nice. Well, thanks for sharing with us. Thanks for sharing with the Dental Nachos group. People want to find out more about you. They can go to email me at drnacho@dentalnachos.com. We're going to have a special link that you can sign up to talk to you. I know you have a lot of offices that are interested in your services. Just tell the dentist to manage their expectations. Somebody connects with you, purchases your services. How many weeks does it take before they get some feedback from you on what's possible?
Well, the feedback I can give pretty instantly, right? I mean, very often it's I do a 15-minute intro call, and then I just ask them like, hey, how much are you getting for this and that, right? And once they let me know, depending on what state they're in, I'm like, all right, this is what you can expect, right?
Gotcha.
And once that happens, I do let them know that, from the time that you get started to the time that I actually present you final negotiated fee schedules, you're probably 4 weeks out, right?
4 weeks, gotcha.
4 weeks out. And then after that, it also depends on the dentist, how quickly they want to move on signing the applications, etc.
And you also told me though, but I've experienced this too. It's like you get a new fee schedule, but it might not sort of kick in for 8 to 12 months until they get paid like that.
Yeah, mostly because that fee schedule needs to get credentialed in. It takes about 4 or 5 months, but your lower fee schedule is still there. So now we have to undo that, and that takes another 3 months or so, right? So that's why it just kind of, existing providers that are already in network with these fee schedules that you have, unfortunately, there's no way to speed up the process. It's going to be about an 8 to 12 month process.
Well, awesome info, Vivek. I'm glad you're an affiliate and working with us at Dental Nachos. I'm proud to offer you to our group. And thanks so much for being on with us. And I know you're a dad too, so maybe you need to end the night with some wind down time as well. So feel free to get yourself a glass.
Oh man, I am finally in a zone of like working out. My body's telling me no alcohol, no bad foods, no chocolate. And it's been like 2-3 weeks that I'm kind of controlling myself. So
nice. Listen to your body and you'll knock out all the fun in your life. No, I'm just joking. Awesome, Vivek. Great talking to you.